Now tuned in to the Hip Hop Hermits. I'm Matt Black.
I'm Kid Gianni.
John, aka Jinzo Beats.
Now, what do you do? Are you a producer?
Yeah, producer.
Alright.
Yeah, I've been producing for, I want to say, since 8th grade, which was like 2008. So from 2008 to now. But like, I was just like kind of like messing around with like programs and stuff until like high school. And then that's when I started to get deeper into it, more sounds and stuff, you know.
Now, is this just a hobby for you, or is it something that you take seriously?
Definitely something I take seriously. Yeah. At first, it was a hobby because I just like making songs with friends and stuff, you know. So,
what's the program that you mainly use?
FL Studio. Yeah, definitely FL Studio.
Have you always used that one?
Yeah. I always started with the Windows first, so that was like the best option I had at the time. And I always had like the demo, and I would just like mess around with the demo. But you can never save the projects on it, which was like always weird. So I would just like make little like drum tracks and stuff. Yeah. But then after that, like finally got the program, able to save projects, make more sounds and stuff, and then just build from there.
Now, do you play any instruments?
I play the drums, a little bit of piano. That's about it.
How does that help you with your production?
I would say the pianos definitely help with the melodies.
Yeah.
Drums definitely help because whenever I'm listening, I'll always put the melody first to a track. I'll never put the drums first. Well, usually depends on if I'll put the drums first, but melody first, and then I'll picture myself playing the drums to the track, sort of like just mentally picture it, and then I would go from there and just program it from hand, just the whole drum track over it.
Have you gotten a chance to work with anyone else on the tape yet?
No, I haven't done any tracks yet.
Is there anyone you want to specifically work with?
Probably definitely Andre, because we had class together and I listened to a couple of the songs and it's pretty good.
Now, is this tape the first project you're working on, or do you have any other projects?
I've had like, not like full projects, like full albums or anything, but I've had songs that other people have like rapped on and stuff, but nothing major besides that.
Now, have you ever thought about rapping?
No, not really.
Does it ever get tempting, like if you make a really nice beat?
Sometimes I'll make a beat and then like, I'll picture the flow, I'll picture somebody's flow over it, and then I'll kind of like imagine myself as that rapper, sort of like mentally, and then it would just like fuel me more to like add more stuff to it. Damn, like so-and-so artist would sound so good on this track, like I wonder what he would say on it. And then like I would kind of add like little fills and stuff to like my like mental flow of the song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who are your influences?
Producer-wise or artist-wise or
in general?
In general, I like the RZA from the Wu-Tang. That was the first producer to ever get me into producing at all.
Yeah. What was it about his production?
It was just a really dusty, like really dirty, like grimy beats, and like I just loved the Wu-Tang for that. Like that's what got me into like really into hip hop. So that was like a big precursor for everything.
Would you say that's your style of beat making?
I used to just make like old 90s hip hop beats like all the time for like 3-4 years straight. Yeah. So that was like my main inspiration from that, and that's what helped me build my production to like another level.
So how's your production grown?
I would say after listening to like newer stuff, like more trap music as it was building from like 2011 and up, production style was getting crazier because if you listen to like what song, like a Lil Wayne song like Steady Mobbin' or something, those are like really kind of like early trap drum type styles, like very high pace like hi-hats and stuff.
Yeah.
Like snare rolls and stuff. And
I don't know any of this terminology. I'm just saying, I know what you're talking about though.
But yeah, everything was starting to evolve more and more, and I was picking up on that type of sound. And from the 90s stuff, I would try to like put trap, like early trap stuff into 90s beats, see where that would go. That was like really like experimental stuff, but that's something else. But trap music definitely helped with the melodies. I was more conscious of how a rapper would flow over a song.
Yeah.
And I would try to like devote the rapper, like the artist himself, more over my beat because I just want the beat to be in the background, nice and just let the artist flow over it. I don't want to like overwhelm the artist or anyone like hear the song like, well, why can't I hear the artist, or why is there so many sounds on it? Like,
yeah.
try to make it as basic as possible, but with like an interesting flow to it.
You're a part of the Welcome to the Ville tape. What made you want to join this team?
Really, we just wanted to work with Ville guys. I wanted to see how the artists were and stuff, what the music scene was, and I mean, I go to school here, so why not take the opportunity to work with some artists?
Yeah, and now your beat has been picked for the upcoming Cypher we're doing. How does that feel to be like?
Feels awesome. Feels great. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
What was your creative process like when you were making the beat? Like, what was your mind state?
Grant told me that they needed a Cypher beat, so I was like, how can I try to make something that's a little bit modern, like with the melody to it, like the dun 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 dun. Kind of like, I don't know, it's just like a really simple like thing to do. But then I try to add like the little subs in the back of the 808s over like a kind of 90s drum pattern.
Yeah.
And I just built it from there, and I was just like, shit sounds knocking. Sounds really good. And I was like, yeah, why not? This sounds great. I'm definitely sending it to you guys.
Now, is it different when you make a Cypher? What's the difference between making a Cypher beat that's specifically for a Cypher and a beat for an artist who's trying to make a song?
Cypher beat, I wouldn't want to put too many sounds on it. I just, like how I said before, like I just want the artist to flow over it.
Yeah.
But if I'm working with the artist for like, let's say like an R&B song or something, I would like to work personally with the artist and build the sound with them. Even if they can't like understand like what I'm trying to say, like, oh, you gotta play this in E minor or something. Like, they're not gonna know what that is.
Yeah.
But I want to capture what they're trying to say and put it to the song and work with them to build that sound together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, you use a lot of musical terminology. Was it college that, taught you all of that stuff, or did you teach yourself?
I was playing piano when I was like 8 or 9. My dad got me into it. And
that's what you
yeah, but I wasn't playing like, I used to play like way crazier like Mozart stuff, like classical piano, like in front of like hundreds of people back in the day when I was like 12. I'd be like sitting on top like, and it's like 400 people there. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, whoa. But then after that, I stopped playing classical music. I just really couldn't get into it anymore. And then after that, I kind of drifted off listening to pop music, and then came back into hip hop, and then I came back to the classical and tried to like implement like music terminology and like being like fully aware of the music, so that like I can translate that into producing. Like if you're gonna do something, you might as well like go for it as far as possible. So you gotta like be fully knowledgeable of everything into it.
The first beat that you submitted, people wanted to hear more. So how did that feel when you're like, okay, I gotta make another one? Like,
I don't know. Didn't really feel like no problem. I mean, just I can make as many beats as possible. I mean, if you guys want 400 beats, I'll make 400 beats, and they'll all be different, but they'll all be knocking.
Did you go in there like motivated to make like an even better beat?
Oh, definitely, yeah, definitely. You gotta always drive and push yourself to go farther.
Awesome. Okay.
Do you have any more questions?
I think that's good.
Where can people find you out on social media?
Find me on Twitter at Jinzo Beats, JINZO BEATS. I don't have a Facebook or anything. I mean, I have my personal Facebook, but I just use the Twitter for my thing. And SoundCloud is SoundCloud/Jinzo Beats. Same thing.
Alright. I always like to ask people about their names and why they choose a certain name to represent them. Why'd you choose Jinzo Beats?
Oh, because I like Jinzo from Yu-Gi-Oh! That's my man. So I just always like this thing, and I found the tag early because I had like an episode that I downloaded from like Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was like in high school.
Yeah.
I was like watching it, and I was like, I heard the Jinzo, and I was like, oh, this sounds crazy. I had to like put it into my program and chop it up, and I was like, Jinzo. That's cool. Yeah.
Alright, Joe. Well, this was the Hip Hop Hermits show. And make sure y'all look out for that upcoming Cypher where his beat could be found. Also, make sure y'all pick up that Welcome to the Ville tape, and peace.